making some good dough, and I just think that it was more like a a league thing.
She didn't want to be
anything.
Yeah,
she had to give the WNBA
and I'm sure many offers came to her, especially after that. I think we helped her.
Yeah, make more money
with some more money. If anything, you got a name like Ice Cube offering you $15 million on publicly, man. You got all that. That's all you need. That's all you need for the other 5 and the other.
If y'all thought a few million and some equity was gonna get her to show up and play in your league, you got another thing coming. I said it. If Unrivaled want Caitlin Clark, y'all a minimum of 10 million plus like 50% ownership of the whole league. That's where we start. That's the starting negotiation point. I might have undersold her, y'all. I might have undersold Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, $15 million to play in 10 games. That's $1.5 million per game, bro. And she turned it down. Caitlin Clark, you so much better than me. The WNBA would have never, hey, listen, I would have never stepped foot on that court. $1.5 million per game. Bron don't even make that. And you turned it down for her contract in the WNBA, she gonna make like $400,000 in 4 years. That's the part that I don't really understand about WNBA players. They make so much bread everywhere else. They be making more bread in college. They make more bread overseas. They can make more in Unrivaled, the Big Three. There's so many options, but they still be playing in the...
The Big Three reportedly offered Caitlin Clark 15 M's for 10 games, but she declined. Crazy. Her endorsement deals must be pretty decent for her to willingly turn that down, because we know her WNBA salary is nothing to brag about. But for her to do that, I guess I look at it like this. If she were to have accepted that before she even stepped foot on a WNBA court, I could only imagine how they would have treated her. I don't even think she would have made it through half the season. She would have had
going on in the world of Caitlin Clark. New sponsorships to the left, new deals to the right. It's a lot going on. We are gonna get to every. Oh, that's a boss move. Oh, that's a crazy boss move. That's a flex. Hey, listen, I understand. You got Nike deals, you got freaking PGA Golf Tour, Live Golf Tour, you got hockey sponsor. I know you got a lot going on, but to turn down 15.
And she declined it. If that doesn't tell you how much money Caitlin Clark is making, I don't know, bro. Because who's saying no to $15 million for 10 games? She doesn't even have to score 10 points and she still would be making more than a lot of NBA players make. But Caitlin Clark isn't even back from an injury yet to play for the Indiana Fever. Do you guys think Caitlin Clark should have taken...
is on welfare, okay? If they weren't on welfare, then the league would fold and there would be no women's basketball. And that is basically what has been revealed in this bombshell report about the WNBA being on track to lose roughly $50 million this year. $50 million, which is significantly more than the WNBA had been losing on a yearly basis in the past. Now, again, this is a little bit surprising because of the explosion in popularity of the WNBA due to Caitlin Clark, okay? But once we get into the details, it's not really all that surprising. But at the same time, reports like this kind of drive home the point that reasonable people have been trying to make.
Surprised that President Trump speaks on with that kind of audience that is protective of a Caitlin Clark and what she stands for and what she represents. And they come to a conclusion that they believe she is being unfairly treated. That is going to be a problem for the WNBA. And based on Trump's history with the NFL and him being an obvious sports fan, goes to events and stuff like that, he pays attention to this kind of stuff. I'm just warning them, watch it, because if he gets involved and that base gets involved, because somehow, some way they embrace victimhood on a...
Caitlin Clark didn't just turn down $150 million, she flipped the WNBA power structure. In one move, she embarrassed the commissioner, left insiders whispering about hidden clauses, and had fans questioning who truly holds the power. The number is shocking, but the gossip makes it even louder. The WNBA supermax is barely $250,000 per year. No one has ever seen a 9-figure offer, which makes Clark's refusal unprecedented. Her Indiana Fever debut drew 2.1 million viewers, 6 times last year's average. Every metric proves her leverage, yet she said no, leaving Cathy Engelbert humiliated. Ticket resale surged overnight. $130 seats jumped past $250, with Clark versus Reese games clearing $400. Reports claimed the deal tied her to endless media obligations and sponsor restrictions. For a player already selling out arenas and moving record Nike jerseys, that felt more like a trap than a reward. Clark's rookie year already rewrote the numbers. Fever attendance jumped from 6,000 to 10,200, resale tickets from $25 to $140. League Pass subscriptions spiked 35%, and ESPN games with Clark average over 1.5 million viewers compared to 300,000 without her. Her rejection undercuts Engelbert's pitch to sponsors and broadcasters. If the league's biggest star won't buy in, why should investors? Inside locker rooms, players grumbled about special treatment, while others praised Clark for betting on herself. Either way, Engelbert's authority looks weaker by the day. Diana Taurasi once shocked the league by taking $1.5 million in Russia, 14 times her WNBA pay. Breanna Stewart leveraged free agency for charter flights, but still topped out near $228,000. Clark rejecting $150 million dwarfs both. LeBron James used short deals to control the NBA. Jordan made more from Nike than the Bulls. Clark mirrors both paths. Even Magic Johnson's lifetime $25 million contract looks like a cautionary tale. Flashy up front, outdated later. Clark is making sure she doesn't lock herself down too soon. Merchandise proves the point. Clark's Fever jersey became Fanatic's top WNBA seller in 48 hours. Nike fast-tracked her signature shoe. Her games pull 5 to 10 times the ratings of other WNBA broadcasts. Sponsors see it too. State Farm or AT&T may back the league, but Gatorade and Nike chase Clark directly. Insiders say Engelbert's $150 million included clauses limiting endorsements, effectively boxing her in. That's not independence, that's control. Gossip spread quickly. Was Engelbert trying to use Clark as leverage for media rights? Fans sided with Clark, framing her as rejecting politics, not women's basketball. The rejection reshapes negotiations. Veterans capped at $250,000 may demand more in the next CBA. Expansion pitches in Toronto or Portland lose shine if Clark's brand eclipses the league. Sponsors may bypass Engelbert's office to sign Clark directly, fragmenting league revenue. Networks could even push for Clark-specific packages, reducing central rights value. Meanwhile, Clark keeps her freedom. Nike, luxury brands, and crossover campaigns are all open. Rivals like Angel Reese will spin this into their own leverage, making Engelbert referee star-driven narratives instead of leading them. Clark's refusal will be remembered as the moment the league's balance of power shifted. Ratings, tickets, and merchandise all prove she drives growth, not the commissioner. By saying no, she showed her brand is worth more than any package. The question now, did Clark just prove the WNBA commissioner doesn't hold the power anymore? Or is this only the start of a new era where stars become bigger than the league itself? One thing is certain, $150 million was the number, but the real story is how this snub will reshape the WNBA's future, one sellout and one rumor at a time.